We'll get people admitting. All right, we are ready to roll. Welcome, welcome. My name is Taryn. This is
James, I'm her husband.
Yes, and we are so excited to share with you tonight. So you're going to hear from two of the most incredible people that we know,
Mhm.
Lara and Dr. Foley, their experience with Pure. But let's kind of dive into what you're going to hear and why we're even talking about this tonight. Because basically, oh, I've got to get the right screen here. Too many windows, right? Technology is fantastic until you have too many windows. Basically, we heard about this company back in 2012 and we didn't expect much. I wanted to lose some weight and I heard about this little capsule called On Track. And I just wanted to be a supportive friend because I really didn't think anything was going to work for me. Well, to my shock, I followed directions and I actually took the capsules. And a week later, I was down 5.7 pounds. I had been an idiot in that week,
I
to
I can
say the
attest
least.
to that.
And I went through drive-through, I supersized.
Well, it's not really being an idiot. That's just actually what normal life is
It
for a lot of
was for
people.
me.
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't doing anything that was, trying to lose the weight or coming alongside my body. And so when I saw that weight loss, I was like, oh my gosh, what if I actually would have done something to help it? What if I would have drank water, eaten a veggie, done anything? Because I was just shocked that something had genuinely worked. And it gave me the hope that there could be more out there. And what many didn't know is I had struggled for 14 years with depression. And so I didn't like who I was on or off medications. So the hope that that weight loss worked when they had talked about people feeling better and having moods change and their hormones change and finally their systems regulating, having more energy, sleeping better. I was like, oh my gosh, what if the other products could do this? And so that became the hope that our family needed. And so at first, though, I've got to be honest, like I was a little selfish and didn't know what I wasn't thinking beyond myself because when you're that sad and in your own world, you don't think about others. And so once I saw what had happened to me, I was like, wait a minute, this is the real deal. Well, our kids had been sick. So our son struggled with life-threatening food allergies. Our daughter had colitis. We were on 12 medications every month as a base, as a family, and it kept growing. And so when we really said, wait a minute, this is something that could change our whole family. Let's see what this could do. And I'm here to tell you that 2012 was the last time that we did not feel empowered to be able to get our body to do whatever it was that we wanted in health. We finally feel like we found that toolkit and that we've really been able to discover how to get the body to do the heavy lifting. And that's just been the message that we've been able to share since 2012. And so, in summary, in 6 months, I've lost 54 pounds. I've kept that off for 13 years, which is incredible. I don't struggle with the inflammation. The funniest thing is, yes, I changed a lot of sizes in my clothing, but what shocks me the most is my ring size actually had to go down 4.5 sizes. That's a big
Gosh.
deal when you have to change your ring size. And so, James, what did you notice? Because you
Um,
were healthy.
well, yeah. Well, so I figured I was healthy just because I wasn't on any prescriptions. But when you mentioned 2012 was the last time we really kind of looked back, it was because that was the last time that we went through the drive-through pharmacy as a regular. From here on out, it's just been, or since 2012, it's just been
As needed.
stuff like, yeah, me getting poison ivy a number
Yeah.
of times. Can't figure out that plant. Just crazy. But but the biggest thing was I know, so I'm a scientist by training, a biologist by training. And so I always like to experiment. So when I first saw it, I was like, oh, it can't really work that well. There's nothing that works that well. And so I started using this on Channing. I was the one that gave him bath every single night.
Yep.
And I noticed the eczema just slowly started disappearing. The crankiness, he was sleeping through the night. All this stuff slowly started disappearing. And by week 3, I was like, hey, wait a minute. I wonder if we could wean him off, like some of the medications. And so we started dosing down on that. And like lo and behold, in what, 4 weeks, 5 weeks, completely, this kid was on 5 medications and then on none, sleeping through the night. I didn't have to sleep on the floor next to his crib, waiting until he went to bed because he was in so much pain and unsure of everything that, you know, I had to bear the brunt of it. And so, yeah, this has been amazing.
I'm working with
I've
our
actually,
doctors on those things
yeah,
too.
and I've actually managed to gain 30 pounds, which
Yes.
was incredible because I sit on that other side of the fence to where you can't actually put on weight or muscle mass. And then, to see Reese, our daughter, she suffered with colitis, early stages of colitis, was able to back that off, and now she eats anything she wants.
She does. Well, and she chooses healthy. And so that's what's been really neat to see. But you can kind of see our journey here. But
Mhm.
that gives you a little bit of an idea of who we are, why we're going to be sharing that. But tonight we have special guests, Lara and Dr. Foley, that are going to share their experience. And they are just a ball of fun. Absolutely brilliant, incredible
Oh
people
yeah.
that I can't wait for you to hear from. So, you guys take it away because I just love every single moment that you share.
Well, hello, everybody.
Hi, everyone.
My name is Lara Tugbiyele, and this is my husband. So, a couple of months ago, it's just recently, a couple of months ago, I'll say, I saw a video that Taryn posted on Facebook. It was just such a silly video about Aqualine. It's a product from Leaf Pure. And she was talking about losing weight. And at that time, I'm like, oh my goodness, I would love to lose. I had like 10, 12 pounds, and I'm like, I just would love to lose this weight. I've been trying to lose this weight forever, probably like 5 years, and it wasn't budging. And I work out. If you know me, I work out a lot. I'm very active, and I do all the things, but the weight was just not going anywhere, so it was more like inflammation and stress and hormone, and it just that, working out was not going to take care of it. And so because I'm a Christian, I always ask God, like, God, how can I lose this weight?
Mhm.
I want to get rid of this thing, you know? And so one of the things that he told me, he said, you need to read, you remember you read Daniel chapter 1, when Daniel ate um pure raw vegetables for 10 days, and Daniel looked good and felt good. And I was like, okay, God, are you trying to tell me that I need to eat raw vegetables? I'm like, that was not what I was expecting. I was hoping to hear something different, but oh well, since you said it, I'll do it. So for 7 days, I ate raw vegetables and raw fruits, and lo and behold, I did lose 7 pounds. So in the midst of all of that, because I was still working out and I was still doing every single thing, because I'm like, Lord, I'm not just going to be eating vegetables. I'm going to be like starving. I mean, I'm going to be so tired because I still go to the gym because I have to, you know. So I was using all my product from Leap Pure. I was using the Energy, the Aqualine, On Track. I mean, I was using everything. Like I was just trying it all. I'm like, something is gonna give. This weight is gonna come up. Well, at the end of 7 days, I lost 7 pounds. I went back to eating regularly and keep on doing what I was doing, and I kept on using my Aqualine and my On Track and Max and I fasting pure. I mean, all the product. I was just going after it. Sulfur was a big one. I mean, I would take sulfur like 3 times a day. And it helped. The inflammation just, I mean, you can see it in my face.
Mhm.
Even my husband was like, you look completely
Like a
different,
different person.
like a different person.
We
Like
look at pictures around the house,
yes, like you could just see the difference. The inflammation was gone because that was what it's like. So I had to get rid of all the toxins. Like, I had, and we all have it. Like fat and toxins are like BFF. They're like magnets. They stuck to each other, right? They go hand in hand. So if you have a lot of toxins in your body and you're trying to lose fat, most likely it's not going to budge. And that was what was happening to me. So I had to detox a lot. And sulfur really helped me with that tremendously. And so after I was able to detox, the fat just was melted. Like you were saying, bye, goodbye. I can't stay in your body. Like your body is no
not
longer
helping. It's not.
conducive for me, ma'am. I'm out. So that's how I got rid of the weight. So it's like I lost 12 pounds at that time. Now I've lost 14 pounds, right? And I'm not even trying to lose weight, but I'm like, hey, I'll take it, whatever. Why not? So it's like the weights is just like my body has now become a fat burning machine. Like fat just doesn't like me anymore, and I'm not mad about it at all. You know what I mean? And so it's like what we found out is like you have to literally go to the cellular level. Like you can't just do this at the surface like, oh, I'm trying to lose weight. It's like it's not going to budge. And so that's That's how we found out like that was how my results was like so dramatic and so quick and so fast because I literally that sulfur really helped a lot because you have to understand like our bodies are made up of cells, right? And cells do regenerate. So it's like from cells, it then tissues, and the tissues make organs, and organs make organ system, and the system makes organism, which is you. And so if you're trying to get rid of something, if you're just treating symptoms, it's not going to help. You have to go down to the cellular level and say, okay, I've got to figure out what in the world is causing this
Mhm.
so that I can. So that weight that I've been trying to lose forever, that's why it never went away because I was just treating on the surface and it wasn't gonna work. So yeah, so and not only that, my son also had like eczema, and so we've been able to use the product. We've been able to use the me. Me is one of my favorite. I'm drinking me right now. Like it's like totally my
It
favorite.
is her favorite.
I love it. It just makes my skin like totally glowing. You know, I'm about to be 50 in like 3 weeks. And yes, yes, I know. Thank you very much. Yeah. People tell me that you look like you're 30. I'll take it any day. But yeah, so it makes my skin looks amazing. I noticed that my hairline started growing. I was like, oh my goodness, this is like legit. This is amazing. My hairline is growing. My nails were growing like crazy. I had to cut my nails all the time. I was like, this is crazy. So it was like so dramatic. Everything was just happening. All it was like my body was ready. So like for the transformation because I gave it what it needed. And then daily build is like the nutrients that my body was like, you know, don't fool yourself. The food that we eat, Lord Jesus, it's depleted of nutrients. Like, you know, the soil is just not the same as what it used to be. So we need to have nutrients and supplements. And so I love that the daily build is like a liquid vitamin that I take every single day. And it's a very great supplement. And I love it because it gets absorbed into my bloodstream so fast because it's liquid. So that's one of the things that we take. The calcium, at nighttime, I sleep better. I have so much energy. I mean, if you can't tell that I have so much energy, I've ran 3 miles today. I've gone to the gym today already. I mean, I've done it all. like, hello. And if you give me a chance now, I can still go back out there and run another 3 miles. I'm telling you, that's how much energy I have. I have energy. I sleep. I mean, like people are talking about menopausable. What is that? I don't even know what that means. Like I'm like, I don't even know what that is because I'm good. We're good over here. It's like, I don't have all that crap. So I'm not trying to struggle with none of that stuff. You know what I mean? So, but here is another thing that I just noticed. I for years I've had allergies to walnuts, y'all. And I just realized that cleanse has walnuts, and I take cleanse every day, and I don't react to it. And I'm like, oh, no, wait, I don't have allergies to walnuts anymore. What happened? So I'm excited about that because I'm just like there was a
Desserts and
lot of
things,
stuff
yeah.
that I couldn't say. I was so nervous. Like, oh, that one has walnuts. Oh, that one has pineapple. Oh no, I can't take it. I have allergies to it. My body's gonna be full of rash. I haven't had one rash. So I'm just like, this sulfur is like so. I mean, I keep talking about that sulfur. I really like it a lot. Like I can't do without it. Um, so yeah, like the other day, I don't know, I went live in one of the groups that we're in, and I didn't have sulfur for 6 days. I thought I was going to.
We all felt it.
We all felt it in the house.
We're all
It
going with
was
withdrawal.
we were going through withdrawal. It was
Joint,
bad.
like, okay,
My
when is it
joint,
coming?
because I work out a lot, I kept saying, oh my goodness, my hip hurts, my hip hurts. And I don't complain of pain.
That's
I
yeah.
run a lot and I don't have any joint pain. But for 6 days, I kept saying, oh my goodness, that's because I didn't have sulfur. So now I know. It's like you have no idea how effective and powerful these products are until you don't have them. And you're like, oh, what was I thinking? So now I have about, what, about 10,
She bought
10
the whole.
containers of sulfur in my house.
We have enough to last us till next to the end of the year.
So if y'all don't have sulfur, you know where to come.
Our shipment just came, so we're stocked. So yeah, so my wife started using the products, and of course, my wife is beautiful. She always has been, is, and but then all of a sudden, she was on this journey. She always works out. That's just who she is. And then she lost like 7 pounds. She did the week restart, so to speak, raw, and then she lost 7 pounds. Okay. And then she lost 12 pounds. And I kind of did like a take. I was like, did you just lose 10 pounds? But like before my eyes. And he's like, we're all in the same house. So it isn't like she was doing something differently, except she was using these products. I'm like, wow, that's pretty impressive. Wow. So that was the first thing. And then I started using the products because, we are health mind and health conscious. So, I like the Daily Build. It's liquid and it gives me all the things that I need. I like, and I tend to geek out on things. So I like the all the ingredients that are good for the body at the cellular level, and it has all the good things for your body. And so I started to take that. And I realized my metabolism was revved up, and I like that. I had more energy during the day, and so that's one of my favorites. The other one is the Focus Blend, and I put a little bit more water. Encourages me to drink more water, but it also has all the good things in there. Great for adrenal support, stress, and also ashwagandha, and I really like that. And I actually was taking an ashwagandha supplement, so I stopped taking that because it's in Focus Blend. And then when I realized my metabolism was up, I had more energy. I'm like, okay, I realized I cannot do it too close to bedtime because I'm like up. I'm like, I should be sleeping and I have all this energy. And this is not good. Take it a little earlier. And then I lost like I was like, I'll get on the scale, and I lost 1 pound, two, three, four. When I lost like 4 or 5 pounds, I'm like, wait, I'm not even trying to lose weight. Like, what's going on here? I was like, okay. And so, and I was like, the number went down to like my college weight and my college waist. I'm like, whoa, okay. So I was like, so and then I that's when I started to appreciate the how effective the products were in terms of how natural and supportive they were for the body. So my favorites, as from my perspective, as a guy perspective, is the Daily Build and the Focus Blend and the probiotic. We all should be on a probiotic. Love to take that before going to bed. And as a bonus, the calcium and magnesium. I know Lara talked about that. Sleep like a baby, deep sleep, dreams, all the things. And it's, because magnesium is great. So I stopped taking the melatonin. I told my wife the other day, I said, why was I taking melatonin? I was, right? For a long time.
Yeah, for
And
a
I'd wake
long
up
time.
groggy and I'd cut it in half and I'd take 1 milligram, 2 milligram, just enough to get me a little bit, forget it. I was like, no, I'm not doing it because I actually wake up a little more groggy. It takes me a little bit more time to get together. I was like, I just do the calcium. And I'm like, okay. I was like, so put the bottle away. So, I grew up in a pharmacist's house. My dad was a pharmacist. So popping pills, and taking medicine was I grew up with. So, but I realized over time and with my wife that I've learned to appreciate more natural ways of doing things without side effects, and they're effective. And these products are really impressive. And so that's kind of how and that, we talk about her losing weight. I think what she did more was release the weight when she fed her body, what it needed, built it up and broke down what needs to be break down. The weight literally just flew off of her, really, like really, really. So this is the reason why I'm really impressed with these products is because just to blow my cover, I'm a gynecologist and board certified, and that's what I do every day. I take care of women every day, have for the last 20 years. And thankfully, since marrying my lovely wife, I've learned to embrace more natural options for women because that's what women want and that's what's effective. Who No one wants the cost, the side effects to all the traditional things out there. And we're more on balance. And so I've been able to, over time, over the years, incorporate all the spectrum of options for my patients. And these products, I think, are very good for women because I take care of women in that perimenopause, menopause season, metabolism changes, hormone fluctuations, and how it affects all qualities of all areas of life, sleep, energy, concentration, all the things. And all of these things can be really addressed and supported well. These products I've seen in my wife, we're in that age range, and we are as energetic as ever. And so I really am excited about these products and how it will impact the lives of not just men, but women that I take care of. So I think it's awesome, especially for metabolism. That's a big one. Because then a lot of I'm not eating differently, I'm gaining the weight, what's happening? And of course, we talk about the exercise, we talk about water, sleep, stress, but then you need to support your body. So I'm excited about these products.
I love hearing you guys, and I could just listen all day because you discover new things each and every day. And I love that, running out of the sulfur, you then were like, oh my gosh, this pain was away. And just the
Yeah.
power that it has, and just seeing that for your whole family. And I love that Hazel has her favorites as
Mhm.
well. Like your whole family is just like, oh my gosh, we love this. So,
I like the fact that they're documenting all this because
yes.
they can see all of it. And then they understand both sides of it too. So they said, yeah, this is exactly the time when we go this route. This is when we go this route. And so which one's going to give us the best result? And at the end of the day, I think that's what everybody looks for is they look for what is that best result.
Well, we're looking
Yeah.
health. And so being able to see that from the medical side, from the health side, like
Yeah.
if
Can
you
I interrupt you? I just
could,
got a text from somebody. Hi, sis. I hope all is well. I missed you all on Tuesday. The supplements are working. I feel more energized. I am sleeping better. I'm trying to decide what should I add next. Have a
Hey,
great day.
that's
And she's
amazing.
got that, like literally.
I love that. Aren't
Can
the
you
text
imagine?
messages the greatest?
No, they're good. The products are really good.
Have you
That
ever
is so
seen
The
me
funny.
with
quality is
that?
really
I'm gonna
good.
send her the link. Say, come join. Maybe you'll you'll be able to get an idea what to
We're
add.
about to get to that part for sure.
Let me send it to her.
Seen anything this effective? Because I was talking to a medical professional this morning, and she
Yeah,
said,
yeah,
"Oh, I." It took her 11 months to even say out loud she was using it because she's
yeah,
never endorsed anything because so many things change or aren't effective over time. So,
yeah.
what do you see that's
Trust.
different about this?
I mean, I think let's see here. Well, first of all, the results are undeniable. You can't, cannot deny away or talk away people's results. I mean, I wasn't trying to lose weight. It happened. It worked for me because of the effects it was having on my metabolism, sleep, and all the things, and my wife. And I think it's just people sharing it. They're sharing their stories, and there's an element of trust in the that's been eroded, And so I think we're in a trust building season, hopefully. And so I think just people more using it, trying it, and sharing it because these are made from, what God put in the earth.
Yes.
It's not this is not synthetic, so it's gonna work.
I love that so
It's
much. Is
simple.
she
It's
joining
simple.
us, Laura?
What's that?
Is she joining us?
I don't know. I sent it to her, so we'll see.
Fantastic. Well, we'll go ahead and get into it a little bit more. So, we'll explain a little bit of the philosophy, what it is that people start with, the mindset behind it. But if you have any questions, feel free to put those in the chat. If you ever have any questions, feel free to reach out to whoever invited you to look at this because all we're here to do is help find the right start and the right fit for you based on your goals. And so, there's no right or wrong way to do that, but that's what we're going to go over. And if you guys have anything, at the end to, reiterate or if we didn't cover something, please feel free to let us know and then we'll jump back into it. But with that, we will go ahead and get into the slides. So, where did this even start? Well, this company started back in 2008 because our founder, Mr. Jung, really wanted to bring health in a whole picture to the US. He wanted a global brand that started in the US that could go global, but there was a philosophy that they had been using for decades in a clinic in California and that people would come in sick and then they would leave well. Well, what they did with every single person is they would cleanse, balance, and build. So, what they recognized is that the liver, the colon, the lungs, lymphatic system, kidneys, bloodstream, and skin were overwhelmed because of what they were exposed to. And if we could release some of that overwhelm gently and naturally from the body, it does that on its own, but it's overwhelmed by today's lifestyle, then it would have an easier time. And that's what you heard Lara talk about. Like fat and toxins go hand in hand. Well, when you can start to release the toxins from the body, that's where it's going to respond. So that's the concept behind cleanse. Then balance is balancing that body chemistry, making sure that cellular regeneration is going to generate healthier cells, younger cells, stronger cells, because the human body regenerates every cell within 7 years. And so, what could 7 years look like? You can be better and more youthful. I love saying my age. I'm 40 years old because I don't feel it. Laura looks absolutely amazing at 49. We don't mind saying it because we don't feel it.
It's just that no one believes you.
But I will gladly show you my driver's license because I'm not lying about my weight anymore like I used to. Um, and then building your body up with what God intended for it to be run on, because our organs, our tissues, everything was meant to function on vitamins, minerals, and nutrients that we were supposed to get from our food. And so it's just bringing back those basics to the, human population, but that's what people were seeing in that clinic that they wanted to bring to mainstream. And so that's where it started. It is debt free, has been cash flow positive since the beginning. We do not owe anyone anything. So we don't have to worry about whether things are going to be here today, gone tomorrow. This company is the best kept secret, but extremely strong in its finances. Um, so you want to talk about that philosophy?
Right. And it makes total sense once you really hone in on it. Because first you have to clean. no matter what you're doing, you can't build on top of a dirty house,
Huh.
or you can't add to a dirty house. You can't add to anything dirty. So you have to clean it out. And unfortunately, you were right. I mean, today you're just bombarded with chemicals. That's why we have smog warnings. That's why we have basically, I think the National Weather Service tries to scare everybody all the time with how many different warnings we have for health, but they're out there and they're legit because people cannot take that. We have so many respiratory issues today. I mean, the number of people here that are going to be respiratory therapists, it's like, wow, like how bad is this that that many people are going to see respiratory therapists? But it's the truth. And then you have to balance it out. So after you clean something, you have to look at it as a whole, the same as you would a car, a house, a project. You have to say, okay, we stripped everything back.
Yep.
We cleaned it all out. What's wrong with it? So before we start adding to it, which is the build platform,
Yep.
getting it stronger, we have to actually go in there and balance it out. So that's the hormones, that's the pH, that's all of that in the body. And then, of course, the fun part that everybody likes to do, especially men, is build. We don't ever think about cleaning or balancing. We want to build everything up, get bigger, stronger, faster all the time. But you
Read the directions.
right. Yeah, no, I still do. I still do. But yeah, so we've got products for all that. We've got the cleanse, which is amazing. I remember the first time I saw it, I turned it around. I was like, all right, what's really in this thing? And turned it around. And I'm like, holy smokes. Like literally, I could take you 7 miles west of town and I could find half of these ingredients out in the native rangelands
Yep.
because that's where these products come from. They come from non-nutrient depleted soils,
Yeah.
is where we're getting them from. The going, it's amazing. It's actually ancient Chinese.
A blend.
Yeah, I don't know the proper term for it, but yeah, it's a blend. It's healing and it's cooling. It tastes great. It balances the pH. It balances the hormones. We have nicknamed it. We didn't nickname it, but it has been nicknamed over the last decade. Marriage counselor in a bottle.
Yeah.
It helps tremendously with teenagers' attitudes as well,
Yes.
or just your attitude. Like me personally, you go chug an ounce or two and come back 20 minutes later because it's liquid and you feel fine. And then, of course, our daily build. You heard it from the doc. It is crazy. Actually, you heard it from both of them.
Yeah.
That it's liquid. Everything's in there. Within 15, 20 minutes, you start feeling all of it
Yeah.
because it's literally giving you this buffet every single day and saying, body, pick what you need today. Because we know you didn't do the exact same thing today that you did yesterday, that you did 3 days ago. The body ebbs and flows. It
Yeah.
needs more specific nutrients one day than it does others. Well, the next day it may need something else. And the cool thing is whatever you don't use, you just flush. The body
Yeah.
naturally just flushes it all out. So you don't have to worry about compounding and taking any of that stuff in. And then, of course, our calcium that has the magnesium and the calcium. And so what it actually does is those two actually work synergistically.
And D and K.
Yep. And it lets you go to sleep and it helps with bone health tremendously, alkalizing the body. You always hear of someone that's 60, 70 years old, or somebody just falls and breaks a bone, and they're like, well, how did you do that? Well, the body naturally, to keep from being too acidic, is it'll pinprick out of the bones on the interior there. So when you hear somebody fall down, it's like, oh, they just had brittle bones. No, that's not actually how it's supposed to work. If you're getting the calcium that you need in the proper format you need, you should have very strong, hard bones, just as they say, your femur's as hard as concrete. So go ahead and try to break it.
Well, and you just kind of ended there.
Yeah.
I'm still listening to you.
Oh, well, I was ready for the next.
Oh.
We're moving forward here.
And one of the things so calcium and magnesium together will help your body naturally produce melatonin. So that's why it helps sleep. That's why restless leg or muscle spasms are not really an issue with that calcium because it has those nutrients that are going to bring that into and be able to actually utilize them.
Well, and the only thing you got to watch out for with the calcium is you might sleep so well that you might wake up with a little drool on your pillow because you don't toss and turn. And then you literally like fall asleep in that position and that's it. And then the alarm goes off and you're up.
So that's our core. When we talk about our core, that's our core philosophy. And so here's the thing. Oftentimes when people come to us, they're like, well, I want better sleep. I want to lose some weight. I need more energy. They have the things that are what they're wanting from their body. But here's the thing. When your body has what it needs, it will do its job flawlessly. God designed your body to be able to heal itself. Its only job is to keep you alive and well, and it wants to give you the luxuries like healthy hair, skin, and nails, all the energy that you can have. It wants to have youthful skin, clear skin. So when it doesn't, it means that there's something that it's lacking. And so this really is where I really encourage people to start, because this is what will lay the foundation. And oftentimes within 28 days, they mention that they're sleeping better, that they naturally started to see some fat loss, that they were able to have their hair, skin, and nails grow. Digestion was better, mood was
Yeah, they're
better.
not constipated all the time. They're going
Yes,
to the bathroom every single day. It's actually,
incredible.
well, it is incredible, but it's just how it's supposed to be.
And so that's where a lot of times, instead of going to the heat-seeking missile first, what we need to do is give the body the foundation, and then it can do its job flawlessly every time. And so what I have people do is really look at what is your body saying? Because if the body is just out of the basics, that's really what comes into play for the alerts. Poor sleep, poor digestion, stubborn weight, poor energy, aches, pains, moodiness. That's the body saying, hey, I'm running
Yeah.
out and I'm needing to borrow this in order to do this. And so it just doesn't have enough to work with. That health bank account needs to be built up. Well, if we ignore that, that's where it starts to give us more signs where we're puffy, we're inflamed, we're going to have more allergies, whether it be seasonal or food intolerances. Our blood work can start to show some things, skin issues, poor hair, skin, and nails, gut health being off, you're constipated or even diarrhea, cycles can become irregular, brain fog. That's where you're really like, okay, I've been ignoring this for too long and now it's starting to add up into other areas. And then unfortunately, that's where people get diagnosed with something. So it really comes back, like Laura was saying, it's a all those things were surface. Well, now it's starting to get into the organs. And so when your blood sugars are off, we need to just support the organs that actually regulate blood
Hmm.
sugar. When your brain is not able to fire, where you have the brain fog or a memory isn't there, your mood might be off, you're just not yourself. That's where we need to take care of that brain. Digestion, same with the gut health. And so when you start to see these different things, it just comes down to your body is saying, hey, this is the weak link, that there is not enough of the foundation to go around. And so this weak link isn't getting anything because it's survival of the fittest in your body. It's the law of the jungle. And so the strong are going to
Yeah,
get
yeah, they're
things
not all
first.
helping each other.
No.
They're like, no, I need it.
And so you
Yeah.
need enough to be able to get those weak links enough that they can start to be healthier. And so that's where I really suggest people in the alert mode start with at least that core foundation. If you have warnings, then start with the core foundation and maybe one or two items. If you actually have a diagnosis, then start with the targeted needs to where we really flood the body with what it needs so that we can see what it can do in 30 days of
Hmm.
coming live. So this is our whole line. And so we'll go over those so you can kind of understand. Feel free to take notes, but this will go over how to look at this. So our core is the foundation, and that's our cleanse, balance, and build that we've talked about. Core plus a goal would mean pick a couple of items that stand out to you. When it comes to targeted needs, we've really got to address the foundation, which is core, using therapeutic foods, which are these categories, and then the rest are formulations, okay? So that's kind of how we're going to look at the line. And so, which you want to go over the foods?
Well, I want to actually take a couple of these fat loss ones.
Oh, go for it.
So I'll let you take the alkaline. Actually, Laura did a very good job
Yeah.
of the alkaline because it also tastes amazing too. The on track, that one's actually incredible because I know we always talk about, well, you got to follow the science, but with the doc here, he actually said it too. Like you can't deny the results.
Mm-mm.
This one was actually over a decade ahead of the science. Because I remember when it came out, they're like, well, no one knows how it works. Well, no one does. Well, they do now. It was literally, actually, no, it was almost 15 years ahead of the science. But what it does is it goes in there and it shuts down the enzyme that actually, for a very short amount of time, it shuts it down. And it says, hey, you can't actually snip those sugar particles in half for your body to absorb them anymore. And so we're actually going to flush all of that. So you excrete it out, whether you pee it out or poop it out, however it's going to go that route. And then
Whatever you
basically,
consumed.
yep, whatever you consume in that time frame. And so what happens then, even though you got the calorie load and everything went in there and the sugar load went in there too, your body has flushed that and it says, oh my gosh, I don't have enough energy to get through the rest of the day. So it actually starts going and attacking those fat cells. And then, as you heard though, if we're attacking the fat cells, we have to detox at the same time.
Yep.
Otherwise, basically, that fat cell is looking for a toxin
Yep.
to grab onto. So there's strategy to all of this and systems inside of it, formulations inside of it too. Serene, amazing because
One
go.
quick thing. And when your body's burning fat, it can't store new. So it's that trifecta. It flushed what it was that you consumed. It's burning your stored fat and it can't store new in that cycle.
Hmm. The
It's great.
metabolic max, I know I'll stay away from it because it revs the metabolism so high. Um, yeah, but if you're looking to lose weight, that is a big one. The Serene, I love it. I take it every single day.
Fat Max also supports the thyroid.
Mhm. Serene, it has this extract from a root called mumio up there in Europe. And it's crazy because it's a village full of people, and their average age life expectancy is over 15 years more than everybody else in that region because they eat it every single day. And it's something they live in a high altitude, so
Mhm.
low oxygen. So, what this helps is it actually supports the transport and the absorption of oxygen deep into the cellular tissue instead of just letting it go. So it doesn't give you more oxygen, it just lets the body actually absorb the oxygen. The
Cortisol. So what that does with the cortisol, so as your body's exposed to stress, it's not going to allow that to take the physical toll. And so not only is that a key component for stress, but stress usually ends up as weight on our hips, thighs, and waist. So it helps you to think clear and react better, but it's also not allowing your body to store that fat. And if you picked up on it, this is also a tool that we use in high elevation
Mhm.
because that can help your body adjust very quickly to it.
Yep. The the cafe mocha, that's amazing because it's got the chlorogenic acid in it, the on track. The reason I love it is especially when you get into those sick seasons where a lot of viruses are going around, a lot of people are getting sick, you're around a lot of people that get sick. It actually has a thermogenic in there
Mhm.
that it heats the body up. It actually raises your core temperature just a little bit. And it's beautiful because what the body naturally does when it senses a virus or something attacking it in the body, it raises that core temperature and tries to burn it out. So this every single day, if you're taking it every single day, will raise that core temperature and it'll burn out whatever's not supposed to be in there. And you know it's working because if you drink it with hot water or warm water, and if you drink it fast enough, you will literally start sweating for an amount of time. And you can feel that body just literally getting hotter.
Okay, so the digestion and liver. So daily detox is something that can help to further the detox process. There's three phases of detox. Phase one is to identify what doesn't belong. Phase two is to package it up in a way that it can be eliminated easier. And then phase three is to get it out. Cleanse does phase three. Daily detox does phase one and two on a better level. And so that's where you can work hand in hand. If that's something that you can tell you need to detox your fat cells a little bit more, that will speed up that
Mhm.
process. The Immune Plus and Immune 6, two fantastic formulas for boosting that immune system.
But yeah, especially heading into this time of the year, fall and winter.
Immune Plus would be the one that basically, if it's being spread around, you want to arm yourself against that. That's the Immune Plus. Immune 6 is strengthening your overall resolve as a human. James, when he got sick last year, needed to build up his blood. His blood was having some problems. So he used Immune 6 to build up that
Hmm.
blood to where it was really strong and healthy again. The Pure Excel, amazing product. It really supports the liver, supports anti-aging, and it also has glutathione in it, a huge component that we lose as we age, but that is something that can really help with overall health. Look up the benefits of glutathione. Probiotic and me, you want to talk about those?
Yeah, so probiotic, I mean, you're literally most people, especially if you're eating junk food, fast food, food that's really not food.
You need to
It,
do a round of antibiotics.
Yeah, we're a round of antibiotics because when you go in there, and I mean, I know this
Wi-Fi.
from when we used to teach biology, is you're going in there and you're like getting rid of everything because you have to, because you're sick. I mean, there's no such thing as, well, I want to pick off this certain
Nope.
bacteria. No, like we're going to take all of those out of that certain, class of bacteria. And so you have to go back in there and you have to put the good stuff back in because the entire human body is all built in the gut. And so if you don't have that good bacteria actually breaking down what it's supposed to, or the right ratios of the good bacteria to the bad bacteria, you're not going to feel okay. And that gives you the mental fog, that gives you the constipation, that gives you the stomach aches, that just goes everywhere. In there, the meat tastes amazing. It's got the collagen in there too. And so what you get is you get the youthful look after a while and the glowing skin.
And great for bones and joints as well. So yes, I love the vanity portion of that, but I also really like that my
But
joints
that's
don't
not
feel it
what
either.
it's meant for.
No.
But yeah, that's a nice it's a nice side effect, I guess,
Yeah.
if you want to say that.
And the nice thing is we don't have to refrigerate. It's a very high quality probiotic, but we don't have to refrigerate it because we stabilize each individual
Yeah,
one within the
it's
brain canal.
encapsulated before they actually put it in a capsule.
Yep. And so that's really a unique factor of ours. The vision and the neuro boost. So vision will help with your vision. So it really has the lutein and the things that are going to keep your vision stronger and your eye health very healthy. We have a lot of optometrists that just cannot believe what is in that formula and how they're seeing a difference in their patients 6 months, 8 months, 12 months down the road. Neuro boost really helps to support the brain. Just get rid of that brain fog, overall, just supporting that system. The sports line is pre, during, and post workout, but even people that are not athletes or not doing something athletic on purpose utilize this because it's muscle preservation. Sarcopenia is where we start to lose muscle mass over time. And so those branched chain amino acids can really help to keep us strong because in order to protect our bones and joints, we need to have that strong muscle mass. And so it's something that can help preserve that as well. Circulate is a vasodilator. And so that's going to make sure that your body delivers blood, oxygen, and nutrients deeper into tissue that might not always be able to
Right.
receive.
Because unfortunately, it's just nature. As you age, those blood vessels get a little bit harder. So it'd basically be the same as having a clogged pipe,
Mm-hmm.
and we can open up that clog.
Yep.
And so if we can do that, and we can do that daily, and we can transport, because we got to, if we build good blood, we got to get it to, the areas that need it. And so let's open up the transport chain and get it there.
And our hydrate is our electrolyte drink. So it has the proper ratio of sodium to potassium. So your body's going to quickly be able to deliver what it needs to be balanced in your electrolytes. And it has a gut flush component to it to where you're going to have fast delivery into your system to be replenished very quickly.
Yeah, a term called osmolality.
There you go. Moving on.
That one's incredible. If you're looking to build muscle mass or maintain muscle mass, this has everything in it. This has the creatine, this has the protein. I use it to gain a lot of mass, not only after working out, but at night as well before I go to bed. So my body had something good to actually build off of. So it's incredible for building lean muscle mass because if you build lean muscle mass, lean muscle burns more calories, more fat,
Yep.
more anything than going running. And they're starting to really find that out.
And so those would be the formulas that we went over. And so let's kind of go over some of the foods. So foods are just basically these are as close to what God gave us in nature as possible. We're just giving them to you in a really potent form. So our superfruits, they are single ingredient products that it's just this, nothing else, and they're wild harvested. And so acai is the beauty berry, great for hair, skin, and nails. Amazing for also helping to cleanse the blood. There's been a lot of great studies if you want to look into PubMed, acai with leukemia. That's been really cool. Also, men's prostate health. Very amazing studies based on that superberry. The goji is the happy berry, great for libido, blood pressure, triglycerides, cholesterol, mood overall. And so it really helps to support the glandular system, endocrine system. And so you're going to see a lot of health in that component. Mangosteen is anti-inflammatory, antihistamine, antiviral, really incredible anytime you're sick or inflamed. Tastes absolutely amazing, but the xanthones in that is one of the key components that is just a super powerful antioxidant that every single ounce has an amazing amount. The noni proves that we are not about taste. It is the ultimate
Fermented for a year. Yeah.
ultimate digestive bitter. So that one is helping digestion from start to finish, but can really help, especially with the pancreas, balancing out those blood sugars. And so some huge components there. Also can be anti-parasitic as well as antiviral, antibacterial, antifungal as well. And even kids that have acne can even use that as a toner or help with their skin, or even make a bentonite clay mixture to draw out some of that bacteria and the pus on their face. So we've done some really unique things there, especially if you get like a bug bite or something that's just really irritated, you can actually use that to soothe it. Um, Focus, you got to hear about that. That is just really giving your body super fuel and supporting the adrenal glands so your body comes alive on its own. But it's giving you energy now and later with the adrenal glands without the crash, without the jitters. Do you want to talk about
Well, I
Mila?
want to go back to the
Go for it.
fruits, because one
Sorry,
of the
what did you
biggest
say about acai?
Acai, beauty berry. So hair, skin, and nails.
Mhm.
And then also leukemia. If you look at some of the PubMed studies of how it can help to really cleanse the blood and strengthen the blood, as well as men's prostate health.
Mhm. So the superfruits, you'd mentioned wild harvested, and I want to hit on that.
Yeah.
Why that is actually so important is because if you look at the stages, so it basically goes wild harvested, organically farmed, and then conventionally farmed, which conventionally farmed is farmed with chemicals. Organic is farmed with very few chemicals. They regulate that. You can only put on so much per year. They try to use manure. They try to use a lot of the original farming practices in there. But the problem with both of those is you're still farming on depleted soils
Mhm.
because there's no such thing as new organic soils in the world. They're still farming on what was conventional fields. They're just now not using the chemicals. And so when you step up to wild harvested and why we say super fruits, it's because you still have all the original nutrients in the soil that haven't been stripped because of farming.
And we only harvest when we're supposed to. So mangosteen is only harvested once or twice a year. And they're only in the regions that they're supposed to grow. And it's only harvested when it's supposed to be. So if it's not supposed to be harvested during the day, we do it at night. And so the level of how we are very picky about this is insane. And
Yeah, like the pictures of literally people climbing trees 20 and 30 feet up. I'm like, wow,
and
they're
most
definitely braver than I am.
And most companies, they will have an ingredient like this. Like these are not new to companies. However, they usually bring them over in powder form because it's very expensive to bring them over
Mhm.
in their original form. We don't care about the price. We care about what we are getting. And that's why we're able to buy in large batches to keep the integrity. And they're flash pasteurized as well. And so there's just so much that's why you will not experience things like our superfruits from anywhere else.
Mhm.
And so if you think, oh, well, I've had, a goji smoothie or an acai bowl, it's not the same. Kudos,
I mean,
but not
you
quite
can
the same.
technically grow goji in the US. I've seen the seeds and the plants, and they've tried to sell them through the different nurseries in here. You're not going to
It's
get anywhere
not the
close.
same.
Anywhere close.
And then the Mila, this is our chia seed, and chia seed is very similar to corn. Your body can't break it down, but the seed has a shell that has the omegas in it that you really need, especially for the brain. Huge benefits there. But inside is the seed that has a lot of the nutrients. Well, the problem is if you crush that shell, you lose the oils. But if you open that seed or the shell up, you could actually have it spoil very quickly. So we have a proprietary way that we slice it to where you get the benefit of both, which is why our
Mhm.
chia is so different. And we actually source it from several different regions because we want to get the makeup of the nutrients. So that comes from different regions so that we can bring you the most complex version. That's why so many of them look different. Some will look white, some will have different textures. And also, when you put them in a cup, that's why they don't all float at the same level. They actually float at different levels because of the densities of the different regions. It's so cool when you really understand
Mhm.
that behind it. Greens is basically just getting way more than you could ever buy at the grocery store in the produce section,
Yeah.
and it doesn't rot in the bottom of your drawer in the fridge. Okay.
Yeah,
They
you
just
get what, 3 to 5 days on fresh produce if they're leafy greens. And so this one is amazing because you get the phytonutrients in there. One little scoop is equivalent to I don't know how much spinach, kale, lettuce, everything else that's green.
really detoxing for the body, really neutralizing. So if you ever like have a stink to you, like odor, that can actually help to neutralize. But we've been seeing people that have had a plateau in their fat loss and that their body water percentage won't go above 50 and that their subcutaneous fat is not wanting to drop below that 25 mark, greens has been the game changer there. So systemically, it's just really helping to clear out things that have been stubborn or sluggish. And sulfur, you've got to go over that one.
I take
Okay.
greens every day, every day.
Well, I mean, I
It's
think
so
they could
good,
actually
isn't
go
it?
over the software because I was actually listening to them on this one. But basically, my pitch on it is it's not available anymore. You broke the
And
nutrient cycle. We started using, and we farm, so we're guilty of this too, unknowingly. But it was way cheaper to go with synthetic fertilizer, which is petroleum based, rather than deal with cow manure
mhm,
all the time because it literally just stinks. It's a dirty job and
it
no one
was.
wants to do it. And plus, you don't have it all year long.
No.
With synthetics, you do. And so basically, we broke that nutrient cycle in there. And so we don't have the sulfur going through anymore. So we become sulfur deficient. Animals have become sulfur deficient. So if you go to the very bottom of the food chain and that's sulfur deficient already, you can never get the bioaccumulation up at the top here. You have to supplement it. And it's for the joints, it's for the ligament, it's for,
Cellular
yeah,
regeneration,
cellular regeneration.
detoxification,
Yeah.
heavy metal detox
Yeah.
from the brain.
Yeah. Chin strap acne.
Yeah. So that kind of gives you an overall line in the supplements. Now, K Beauty might be like, why are you doing skincare? Because so many people put chemicals on their skin that is going to be absorbed and then is affecting their system, especially the endocrine system. Well, our K Beauty, which is Korean beauty, it's 30 years ahead of the US when it comes to skincare, but it's EWG approved. It is completely clean and very effective. When I was over in Korea in December, they were talking about the clinical studies that they had been doing on this line. And the clinicians in Korea were shocked at how fast and how thorough the results were. When you shock a Korean clinician, that's saying a lot. And so for something to be clean and effective has been absolutely incredible. And this little mist, that one is nicknamed Botox in a bottle, but it doesn't have any chemicals, but it's going to have that suppleness, that firmness, and really rehydrating to your system overall. And so that I could not believe how much my skin changed and reverse aged after utilizing this skincare because I've definitely been taking care of the internal, but this was just that extra external component. And then we do have clean coffee. So it's in individual packets. It's about $1 a cup. We have black coffee and then we have a latte, but it also has cordyceps in it. Cordyceps can have a lot of health benefits to it, but it's just really easy to have on the go. No jitters, no crash, tastes amazing.
Fix that brain up big time. Oh
Big
yeah.
time. So that's the line. So when it comes down to it, people say at this point, you either are like, hey, thank you, but this doesn't sound like it's for me. Thank you for taking your time. Or you're thinking one of three things, and whatever is best for you is perfect. Nobody wants you to do something or be something that you're not. So people either are looking at this for a customer path, a brand partner path, or a team leader path. So a customer is for the person that's thinking you're sick and tired of being sick and tired. You've tried everything. You just want something that works. And so we can help you pick out what is the best for you based on your health goals. That comes with a free account. You get 25% of our off of our retail, no minimum orders, and you're eligible for savings and rewards. And we have a brand new program that just launched that if you do decide to start and be on SmartShip, you're actually going to save an additional 10% off. And so there are no requirements, but there are additional rewards if you do choose to be on a SmartShip. You can adjust that right up until the night before it comes out. You can push that out if you need to. So just know that there's the flexibility, but you can have that deeper savings because, you know, you guys are not going to run out of sulfur or me. So like that's probably a good smart chip one. And so you can have that flexibility. A brand partner is somebody that's like, wait a minute, I want this, and I know people are going to want this. I want to share it with them. Your friend needs to hear about it. This could help your son, your daughter, your coworker, your friend, or someone was just asking for a solution for fill in the blank. And so you could actually be eligible to earn a commission when they buy from you. And so they can get the discount as well. And so it's a $49 account setup for all your websites. You get 25% off retail as well. It's only 100 PV, which is roughly $150 to $160 to be eligible for the income, which is nothing when it comes to the overhead is your health. And then you're eligible to earn in our customer program, which can be 5 to 50% commission every month, as well as our team commission as well. So you're eligible for savings, rewards, and trips, and that's a brand partner. A team leader is somebody that says, whoa, I get this. I see the movement going towards health. I see people doing direct care. I see people doing more IV clinics, and there's just a big movement towards health. Well, if you know people that are wanting to be at the forefront of that movement, something that wants freedom with that financial freedom and to be a part of this, they're really looking at this as a team leader. And so it's the same type of an account, but it's a different mindset of who you're sharing it with. And so that's $49 to get everything set up. Again, same 25% discount. That income eligibility is the same. You get the same commission from customers, and then you also earn in the team structure. And so that's something that can really reward on a big level. And so whatever is right for you, just let us know. Are you thinking as a customer, brand partner, team leader, and we will help you to start in whatever way is best for you. We have specific packs and bundles built that way, but we can go over the specifics of what that looks like. And so really, it just comes down to what path is best for you. We'll help you choose the order that will get you the results and set you up accordingly. And then the products should arrive within about that 4 to 6 days. And then you can get started. We will make sure you know as well exactly how and when to take things to get the benefit that you're looking for. And so it's been super fun to see that. But what do you think? Do you guys have anything else to say? No?
Oh, we got unmuted.
Oh, we got to unmute you.
I keep forgetting.
Oh, that's
No,
really
I
cool.
said, no, I'm good. Everything
No,
sounds good.
yeah,
I was
James.
taking notes too while you
I
were
was taking
talking.
notes. Yeah, James piqued my interest on the rebuild. I'm gonna, learn more about the rebuild because, of course, I want to
Yeah,
build.
I've got some background stories on that on very specific people that utilized that and
Mm.
why they became what they did in the NFL and the NBA.
Mm.
So we will share that with you. And
Okay.
Conversation later.
Yeah. So,
awesome. Well, thank you so much for tuning in. We really appreciate that you took the time. And more than anything, we just hope that in whatever way is best for you, that you discover whole health and that you get to live a vibrant, healthy life into your 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, hundreds, and that you get everything out of this amazing life that God has
Yep.
had to
yeah.
offer. So thank you so much and good night and God bless.
God bless. Okay. Good night.
Right.
Good night.